Jamaica, the country that has the highest murder rate in the entire world, make it almost impossible for you to get a licensed firearm if you don't know who to bribe, if you don't have any links up at FLA, or no politician links, or no big links. If you don't know who to pay the money, you're not getting a licensed firearm. They make it extremely difficult to get a licensed firearm in Jamaica. I mean extremely difficult. Now, why is that? Why is it that only some lives need to be protected and others don't need to be protected? So you're telling me that the average man that go to 9 to 5 or have a small business, family man or otherwise, have a wife, children, his life don't matter? His kids' life, his wife, his family, their life don't work protecting? It's only when you have a big business, you have money, assets, that is when you attach value to a person's life. It is almost unbelievable to know that it is easy, when I say very easy, to get an illegal gun in Jamaica than to get a licensed firearm. What a country we live in. I remember a friend of mine told me he got rejected for a licensed firearm upon the basis that he didn't have any assets, he didn't have any business, etc. And he told me that he asked a question, so isn't my life worth protecting? They rejected. And it's a strenuous process. You have to get a police record, you have to get this sign. It's $12,500 at the time for the application fee, pictures and all of that. So you have to get recommendations, and you have to do the whole process all over again. It is crazy. Now, you have a man called Mr. Dallin, Mr. Shane Dallin. Now, Shane Dallin is the FLA boss. He is the CEO of FLA. And Mr. Shane Dallin does not believe, if you're looking at your screen right now, this is an article I got from Loop. FLA boss does not believe easier access to guns will reduce crime. This man must be a genius, or this man must get into the future. So you're telling me that if you're not more prepared for a situation, you're telling me that it doesn't increase the possibility of success? Imagine studying for an exam that you have coming up in 2 days. Wouldn't you be more prepared to be successful than if you don't study for an exam? Let me give you another example. Imagine walking outside barefooted. What are the possibilities of you walking on a sharp-edged stone, a maca, or something sharp that can cut your foot? What if you put on a slippers or a shoes? Doesn't it increase the probability of you being able to protect your foot from harm? So I don't know what kind of nonsense this Shane Dallin is talking, and I guess we can't question him because, you know, him a big law degree. So, you know, a little peasant like me talking pure nonsense. I'm not well learned and well studied like Mr. Shane Dallin. Now, Shane Dallin is rejecting calls for the authorities to make it easier for Jamaicans to access a license to own a legal weapon. Dallin comments follow increase in calls in society for law-abiding citizens to be granted easier access to weapons for their protection. I am a 100% sure that Shane Dallin and all his friends and all his cronies, they all have licensed arms, more than one. I remember this politician who died, and they went to his house and I think he had like 6 guns in his safe. Crazy story. And a law-abiding citizen can't get one because the narrative is that if man and him woman catch up, man a go use him gun and shoot him woman. Man don't need to use gun and shoot a woman. If a man and woman catch up and a man decides say him want to do something to him woman, him don't need a gun for do it. You can go to the hardware store, you can buy 1,000 machete. You can go to any corner shop, you can buy 1,000 knife, 1,000 ratchet. Only a big stone there at the door. You have only a tools in the house. You can suffocate her. Likewise, she can do something to him. So you don't need a gun to off anybody. And it's the same principle. You can treat the gun the same way you treat anything that requires a license to operate. Car kill people every day. People lick down people every day. Man get mad and run them car over people of it every day. So why we not say stop hand out license? Just see the trick now? Man chop up man every day. Man stab man every day. Why we not say stop sell knife and stop shell machete? But what they always do is to highlight 1 and 2 situations in which a man use him license firearm and the wrong. You didn't prosecute him just like anything else. An easy thing, you know. Prosecute him just like with anything else. Revoke him license. Send him to prison. Try the case. Send him to prison, etc. Just like with everything else. So don't come make it an issue talking about license firearm and the man I go do this and man I go off people, and when man get mad and chop up people, but no people that sit burn on their house every day. So Shane Dallin are telling me say, that's not a good reason. And I do believe that if more law-abiding citizens have firearm, we will be more equipped to protect ourselves. Every time I look at a news article regarding an encounter with a licensed firearm holder and a gunman, the licensed firearm holder always come out on top. One thing gunmen don't like in them is somebody that can protect themselves. Them like easy targets, soft targets. Pull up, unarmed citizen. Yeah man, easy. Yeah man, just pull up on the boy man, wet him up. That's what they like. If you're looking at your screen right now, this is a Gleaner article, I believe from back in 2021. Licensed firearm holder kills alleged gunman along Spanish Town Road. So apparently the guy was changing his tire. Guy pull up on him. They exchange rounds. Licensed firearm holder come out on top. They don't like a challenge. I keep on saying this. They don't. Next article. An unidentified, and I got this from Loop by the way, an unidentified male was shot and killed by a licensed firearm holder in Hanover Sunday. Reports are that about 1:10 a.m. a motorist was fixing his truck that broke down along the Chester Castle main road in Hanover when he was approached by a lone gunman. Reports are that the firearm holder managed to pull his weapon and challenge his attacker, who was shot dead in the process. So there we go again. Licensed firearm holder coming out on top. Think about it this way. You're at home with your family. You have intruders or an intruder trying to break in. He has his gun, you have nothing. But your phone, your iPhone 15, your Samsung 24, whatever. All you have to do, the most you might have is a machete. Coming up against guys or a guy that have a gun. How long do you think the police is going to come there to come and save you? Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. And I personally believe in self-protection. That is my God-given right. That right is not given to me by no authority, no man, no politician, no Shane Dallin, no one at all. That is my God-given right to protect myself at all times. That's an innate right to protect yourself. That's not given by no man. Do you understand? Now approximately, I think I have approximately, based on an article I was reading, they have approximately 45,000 licensed users in Jamaica. 45,000. for a country with approximately 3 million. A country with the highest murder rate. You do not have the ability to protect yourself. Now I'm going to play 2 recordings of Shane Darling at the end where he's pretty much saying that granting citizens gun will not. He's saying that if you grant citizens gun, it will not cause crime rate to go down. How do you know that? How do you know that, genius? You don't know that. He's also saying that if the country is serious about reducing gun crimes, then it must look at restricting access to firearms and not making them more widely available. And he also referenced New Zealand. How is New Zealand similar to Jamaica? In what way, shape, or form? Geographically, on a societal level, and otherwise. They're not similar. There's no similarity really between New Zealand and Jamaica. It is crazy. It is crazy that they only want to keep licensed firearms for themselves and their cronies, to protect themselves and their cronies, but we don't have the ability to protect ourselves. We're just sitting ducks waiting to be ticked off. Restricting access will only affect law-abiding citizens. Let me repeat. Restricting access to licensed firearm only affects law-abiding citizens. That don't apply to gunman. Gunman no follow law. Them do them own thing. So restricting access would only affect law-abiding people. They know this, but do they care? They don't care one bit. And this is my issue with gun licensing in Jamaica and granting license firearm. Like I said, I'll play the recordings of Shane Darling at the end so you guys can have a listen.
Based on our investigation reports received and our own review of that, we don't believe that arming the public generally will lead to a reduction in crime.
You do or don't?
We don't.
Don't.
We have made checks across jurisdictions to see if this has ever helped, and we have found that a more restrictionist approach. In fact, I believe New Zealand New Zealand did an entire bring back the gun campaign in terms of taking back legal guns and making it restrictive. Other countries who have made it very restrictive in owning firearms have also seen success in that regard. You have seen gunmen, murdered policemen in uniform with their firearms on them. That tells you that they're not afraid to attack you if they know that you have a firearm on, right? So the argument that is less likely. You have police who have been in shootout with gunmen, right, with their weapons on them. So I believe that it is more a fallacy to believe that you will not be attacked because you have a firearm on you. In fact, persons may attack you because you have the firearm in order to retrieve it from you.